And welcome back to Straight Talk. Before the break that we went, we were talking about Seven Generations and the daycare that we presently have. We started in 2009 September.
Yeah.
At our home. Presently, we have 18 children.
Mm-hmm.
It's a subsidized daycare. It's a private subsidized daycare, but it's there. And the community's always been, looking for more daycare. Step by step is to capacity now, and I don't know if they're going. They don't look like they're going to expanding soon.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Gariwanoru. That's even to recently they're struggling, and they just got a grant from the council. So daycare is needed, but it's tough to be into a daycare business because it's a service business, and there's not a lot of money because it's a subsidized daycare.
Right.
So in this community at present, I think there's something like 42 spots that are still open.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that nobody's filling them. So with that in mind, we were looking at that, and we spoke to Step by Step, and we said that, look, let's see if we can do more spots, not at our home, but because we're capacity there. But let's see if we can fill some of that need, because they have a big waiting list. We have a big waiting list. Gariwanoru's got a waiting list. Everybody's got a waiting list, and there's so many parents out there that are looking for daycare.
Right.
So with that in mind, we spoke to Step by Step, or Debbie, and we secured 18 more spots.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the process of now to open a second location with 18 subsidized spots, and hopefully we're going to have it ready for April 1st. But obviously money is a factor, and to try to prepare it and to get things ready, we still. We're looking for a fridge. We're asking for people to, if they had a fridge, to donate, a washer and a dryer, some furniture, bookshelves and stuff like that, and like anything for daycares, because that's what we need to try to get this other one open.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's important to remember that there's no startup funds for daycare.
Mm-hmm.
The startup funds are coming from us personally,
Right.
and based on the fact that our waiting list was long, we felt that there was a need for another site. So,
and there's such, like I said, there's such a demand, and there's a lot of single parents and a lot of parents now that are working and can't afford to spend $30-$40 a day for babysitting, or daycare. With the subsidized daycare, it's there, So why have it just sitting there and not being utilized? So that's what we're in the process of doing.
Okay.
So we're going to have another site with 18 more, and we do have a list of people, but we're also looking for anybody else that's looking for daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we're trying for April 1st, but it may not be. It may be before May anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping.
Right.
we're hoping, yeah.
So if anybody hasn't applied at Seven Generations. Go by and get an application. We're trying to, I guess, look for maybe between 2.5 to 3.5 years old to start before May. And if that happens, then we'll we have to look at globally how it's going to work. But
Right.
we don't want to take any younger at the second location. We want to try to keep it a little bit older.
But you can still apply, and it's still our to be able to start, you can have a child that's 12 months old.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, because
Yeah.
what we may end up doing is we're not sure, because we may juggle what's going on and maybe try to make some moves or try to do things, but we're there's a lot of things. So
there's a lot of things.
we're working on all those curriculums. I mean, all those things right now to try to get that done. We're looking for two people with
I was going to say staff. Staffing up.
but two staff that can speak Mohawk.
Mm-hmm.
Because in our program now we incorporate Mohawk, we incorporate French and obviously English, but in the second site we're looking at doing the same thing. We need at least two Mohawk speakers with a childcare background, if not at least willing to learn, because it's the language that we want to incorporate more into our program. So if they don't have that background, then we can work something out as to how that goes. But at least it gives another component to the program that it already exists.
Right.
And so that's where we are right now as far as Seven Generations is concerned.
Got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, and the thing is it's because we didn't have daycare. And there's a lot of people out there. The same thing is like, we don't have daycare, and if anybody knows Regan, you can't say no to her. We don't have a spot for you. She goes, oh yeah, well, we'll find one. So we opened one.
If you don't have a spot for me, I'll make it.
Yeah. So
it's called creativity and innovation.
No, I mean, like,
a lot of people are benefiting from it.
Like, and the thing is that daycare is it's our kids. It's important, and we're at a different place in terms of, like, mothers being able to stay home and take care of their children. Not everybody can or have the luxury to do that.
And you don't have to be on the ban list in town. You know what I mean? Because some people ask that, about being if I'm not on the ban list in town, it doesn't matter. No, because subsidized daycare is for anybody in the province of Quebec, right. So and there's no criteria.
I think it's important too is that at some point every place has to evolve, and I think that at this point working with Step by Step has really been a great experience. They've been very supportive. Debbie DeLille-Jasson, who's the director over there, has been very supportive. We have a really great relationship with her. And, going under Step by Step, I think was a really good choice for us because they have a lot of years of experience and they have a lot of knowledge in the childcare field. And, that support system has helped us to flourish in the community in terms of childcare. And we continue to do that. And over the last year, we've had a lot of the new business issues that everybody has in their first year of business, and I think that's important to remember as you evolve. You hit these stumbling blocks, and Mike and I are always looking at how can we make it better, how can we make our curriculum better, what can we do to make this like an experience for children and parents, and you know what I mean. So we're always thinking of that. Our own children are part of this process. And we love our children, and other kids just they're just as much appreciated if anything, So we take the time. We're always there. We're always working towards creating something that's authentic in the community that doesn't take away from the parents being part of the process, but that they can have some relief that they know that they're leaving their children in good hands with a secure staff that
caring
we've
environment
personally picked, trained, and helped to negotiate through this process.
But there's been other people. I mean, Debbie's been a good help. A lot. Elizabeth Dunn, who's I guess the off-site supervisor for them.
For Step by Step. Yeah.
Gail Taylor, you know her. Natalie Bova and Susie. Is it Delarone? Deer. Sorry, Delarone. Deer. Susie Deer in the accounting. So they've been like. Anytime
they're
we
like
need
our
something,
second family.
Anytime we need something, they're there, right, to help us out.
So it's been a great process, and we look forward to bringing another service to the community. It's very important.
Expansion.
So we're looking for donations for some of those things, and I think that the more we get, the faster we'll be able to open and fill those spots. And if not, then if it takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit longer. But I know.
So again, what are some of the things that are
a lot of people
required?
Might have this stuff lying around their house.
A
stove, a fridge,
like an extra, not a stove, but like an extra fridge, a washer and a dryer.
Shelving?
Yeah, like we have like some shelving, but we need some shelving, like bookshelves and some bins and maybe some toys. Like we have a lot. I mean, we don't want to be over indented with toys because, after that, then we have to recycle them somehow.
And we could really use playground equipment. I know it's an expensive donation, but when the children are outside a certain time of year, their learning only progresses when they get to interact on the playground. It could be the story houses, it could be something that, a slide, a swings, that, obviously it has to be up to standard and par with daycares, but.
And Beaver Daibo and his wife Jennifer last year donated a buggy. We need another one, but they donated a buggy to us last year, and then it came at a good time because ours had just was going down, and we got another one, and I'd like to thank them again for that. And like the daycares are not, they're non-profited, they're not making millions of dollars, they're there just to sustain what's
it's not
the
a money-making
expenses.
business.
It's a service that we feel that
a labor of love.
well, we feel that
Yeah.
the community is needing it, and most of my life I've spent serving this community one way or another, so it's just another way of doing that. And so anyway, if anybody has any, you can contact myself at 514-869-6632 or call the daycare at 632-8838. Or see myself or Regan, and anything, whether it's monetary or some of the things that I said. But also remember, if you're looking for work too, we need 2 Mohawk speakers to fill those positions, and
lunch monitors, replacements.
Yeah, I mean, we put out a thing on Craigslist for staff. And I put it on Facebook. I just have to expand that a little bit. But anyway, just give us a call and let us know.
Okay, cool. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back right after this.